Okay, so let's look at this. So I really love this card. You know, this is about getting out of old situations, rising up. All of these kinds of things can be about healing, balance. It's a really nice card. I love this card. So yeah, I'm getting a really strong feeling here when I look at this card. I think I'm actually seeing someone healing. I think they might actually be healing from you. And I'm seeing a lot of time going past, so it's probably taken them a long time to heal. And they're probably not quite there yet, I don't think, but they're getting there. And I think it's a long time since you've seen this person as well. You know, you might have spoken to them a few times actually, but I don't think you've actually seen them face to face for a long time. And, you know, I think you're a very different person now from when you were with them. You know, I'm seeing problems, I'm seeing financial problems that you had when you're around them, I think. And, you know, you've gotten yourself out of the worst of that now, I think. I'm still seeing a few work-related problems around you, but you're getting through that too, I think. I don't know if you need to ask this person something. There's some reason why you might need to get in touch with them again. I'm just seeing that. I don't know if you have children together, it might be that. You know, but I think there's some reason why you need to connect to them or stay connected to them. There's something like that. There's a little bit of confusion here. I can't quite see if it's them, you know, if they're the one that needs to contact you or if this is you. It could go either way here, but someone's going to contact someone, and it's out of necessity. I think it's for practical reasons, but it's going to be really difficult for them, I think, because they are moving on, they're healing. But I think even the idea of talking to you again or having you near them, you know, they're kind of, it might set them right back to the beginning again. So, you know, there's a lot of caution around this. You know, they pulled themselves out of a really difficult situation, a really difficult emotional situation. And you've pulled yourself out of a bad situation as well. And your lives are both a lot more balanced since you've been separated. You know, this card can be about balance. But I think this contact, this communication might get them out of balance all over again. So there's a lot of caution there, especially for them, because I think it'll set them back a lot more than it will you. That's what I'm seeing now. So the next card you have your past is, yeah, the Nine of Swords, yeah. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing here. They really suffered. They really suffered after the separation. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying that they probably suffered a lot more than you realise. I don't think they told you how much this affected them. It really hurt them. And this feeling I'm getting here is that maybe they just shut the lid on this when they realised this was the end. Shutting. I'm seeing something being shut, like a door. I'm not seeing slamming. I'm not seeing anger. But it was like, okay, I'll shut the lid, I'll shut it off, and that's it. So, you know, I think before that, you might have had a few different breakups, actually. I'm seeing 2. There might even be 3. And each time you got back together, there was less work, if that makes sense. Maybe someone got a bit lazy. Maybe they took the other person for granted a bit. It might be that. Again, it's a little bit mixed up. I can't see if this is you or them, because I think there were some problems on both sides, and I think you're probably mirroring each other. It's like one of you was saying something like, oh, you know, if they're only going to put in that much effort, I'll do the same. And so they did the same, and then you did the same. So it kind of went like that. But the feeling I'm getting here is that before all of this happened, they really thought this was going to last. They really wanted this to last too. And I don't know if you realised any of that. They were quite cold at times because they were kind of upset with you or hurt, and they weren't showing their feelings to you. So you might not realise this. And I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing impossible odds. So I think you had a lot of odds against you as a couple, maybe. But they were willing to make this work. They didn't care about the odds. They were like, I know I've got a lot against me. I know we've got a lot against us. But I'm going to try my best because I want this to work. But then I think when they realised it wasn't working anymore and it just wasn't going to, I think they just put a lid on this and they probably stopped speaking to you. And yeah, I don't know if they realised this, but I think they stopped everything. Not not because they didn't care about you. It was because they hurt. It hurt them too much to keep on talking to you, I think. So it's like, if they couldn't have a relationship with you, they didn't want anything. That's what I'm seeing. So they'd rather have nothing. That's what I'm seeing there. Excuse me. So the last card you have, you passed, is death. Yeah. Here we are. It was put to an end. And I think it might have been a quiet end when it finally happened. I'm not seeing any great big arguments. I mean, that's what I was seeing in the Nine of Swords. I wasn't seeing yelling or slamming. Because I think by the time you finally separated, you'd been through all that a few times, because I was seeing this going around in circles a few times. Yeah, I keep on seeing this thing going around and around in circles and nothing ever changed, so it had to end. That's what I'm seeing. And again, whatever this practical thing is that you need to talk to them about, or that they need to talk to you about, again, it's not going to be good for them emotionally or mentally to talk to you, because they're really still, even now, suffering a lot emotionally because of this. They don't even want to think about you. They don't want to think about this. And the impression I'm getting is that you were thinking, they're a bit cold. What's wrong with them? They're not. They're hurt. That's why. That's what I'm getting. So, I think when this communication happens, they're not going to want to chat. They're not going to want to talk about anything unnecessary. Yeah, they were protecting themselves. I'm seeing that again. There is some communication coming. Okay, but don't expect them to say much, and don't expect them to be open to talking a lot, because they're protecting their feelings. That's what I'm getting in that card. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Four of Cups. Yeah, again, look at this. Something's being offered to this man on this card, and he's saying no. He doesn't want the communication. He doesn't want anything. He's just kind of looking away. He's kind of finishing the whole thing. So again, someone's going to reach out. The other person's not going to want to engage. So same thing again. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is there's a lot of restlessness here. There's a sort of, I'm not where I want to be. This isn't what I want. This isn't exactly what I wanted. I'm getting something, but it's not what I wanted. It's that kind of feeling. So what I'm seeing here is, I think you do have some opportunities in front of you, and I think you know that, but maybe they're not exactly what you want, or maybe they're not what you're imagining. I think you are imagining a certain result at one time and you got a different thing. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, I think you have been trying to manifest something for a long time. This is something around work or business or something. And no, it probably isn't exactly what you wanted. What you've got isn't what you wanted or what you imagined. But I think it's going to lead you to what you want eventually. Look at it a little bit like a stepping stone. You have to get on this stone, and then there's another one, and that's leading you to what you want. So, even though you're probably not feeling all that enthusiastic about this thing that's in front of you, this opportunity, if you take this up, it is going to lead you to something else. That's what I'm seeing. And I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you, but I'm just seeing this. I think in the old area where you used to work, or maybe you're still working there now, I don't know, it's either becoming obsolete, or it's going to be obsolete in the future, I think. Maybe this is about technology, I don't know. But, when I think about something being obsolete, I think about, technology. So it might be that, might not be, might just be an industry that isn't going to be around for much longer or something. Okay, so yeah, if you do have this opportunity in front of you, and it's not really quite what you want, which is what I'm seeing here, just say yes to this. Just take this up, because it's a stepping stone. It's going to lead you to the new thing, and also it's going to get you out of this old, obsolete, whatever this is, your old job or whatever that is. So you're going to get yourself out of that, and then it's going to kind of lead you to something better, something that you do really want. That's what I'm seeing there. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the King of Cups. Yeah, the King of Cups, I kind of like him. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't like him. He looks different each time I see him. Sometimes he looks as if he's hiding something. Sometimes he just looks peaceful, the calm in the middle of a storm sometimes. I actually think this might be another message just to remind you not to lose sight of this thing or this job or this opportunity that you really want to manifest. You know, you're kind of thinking, oh, this is what I've got, it's not what I want. And you know, I'm looking to that. Am I ever going to get this? And I think you are. But don't kind of lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of your passion for this thing. You will get it eventually. If you look at these cards together, this one and the Four of Cups together, you know, the man in the Four of Cups, obviously he's feeling, you know, really kind of apathetic. You know, it's like he couldn't be bothered. He's lost all his passion. He's being offered this beautiful golden cup and he's like, no, I don't really care about that. I don't want that really. And in this card, there's a red ship. It's just to the right of this king. And red obviously represents passion. But, you know, the passion's sailing away. The ship's sailing away behind him. And he's not even looking at it. He's just sitting there passively. And he's just letting that passion go. So don't let the passion go for this thing that you're looking forward to. It's going to come. It absolutely is. Because I've been seeing this in your readings for a while. And, you know, just because something comes along that isn't exactly what you want or what you imagined doesn't mean that the thing isn't coming up eventually. Because I really think, again, that it is going to lead you to this thing that you ultimately want. It's like a stepping stone. Okay, and I know this is probably going to sound really annoying if you want something but you don't have it yet. But I think the universe brings you things at the right time for you. And, you know, I think maybe this other thing might be that's in front of you that you really should say yes to. I think you need to say yes to that because I think it might teach you something before it leads you to, you know, the big one, if that makes sense. So you need to learn something along the way before you get to that big thing. So again, say yes, because I think the universe is giving this to you and you really should say yes to that because it's leading you to where you want to go. Don't be like this man in the Four of Cups. Say yes to this thing. That's what I'm seeing now. Okay, so the last card you have for your present is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I don't know if you're in another relationship now, in a new relationship maybe, but someone really cares about you and they love you a lot. They want to help you. That's what I'm seeing in this card. I think someone's seeing you as not quite as yourself. Maybe you're a bit down. Maybe you're a bit frustrated by this whole thing and the King of Cups and the Four of Cups. I don't know. It could be other things. And they're not sure how to help you. They want to help you, but I don't think they're sure how to do that. It might not be someone you're in a relationship with, but you know, it's someone who loves you and it's someone who's really close to you, I think. So if you know who this is, try to open up to them if you are in this kind of really down mood. Because I'm getting this feeling that maybe you just want to do things by yourself and you don't want anyone to worry about you when you're like this. You know, I think sometimes when you do get into these emotional states in this kind of down moods, which you do sometimes, you know, you just want to be by yourself. And, you know, sometimes you can even isolate yourself just because you don't want anyone to know how you feel. You know, you don't want anyone to think of you as this person who's fragile and needs help all the time, because you're not like that. That's not who you are. You're a very strong person. You just get in these moods sometimes. Everyone does. But, you know, this just isn't anyone. They're not just anyone, this person that's close to you. They're very, very special to you. And I think you're special to them as well. You might be someone you're in a relationship, I don't know, because but you're just very, very close to whoever this is. So whoever it is, if you know who this is, open up to them. They want to help you emotionally, and they also want to help you practically. You know, I think there might be some things that you want to do that might just feel a little bit overwhelming for you right now when you're in this kind of low mood. And yeah, if that's the case, if that resonates, just let them help you. They want to help you and they won't think any worse of you at all. They really won't. They want to help you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the first card you have, your futures, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've definitely got this opportunity ahead of you. And what you're doing now, what's in front of you now that you need to say yes to, that's leading you to that. Now, I think you know that you're going to have to do a lot of hard work before you get there and after you get there. You're not afraid of hard work. You're a hard worker. You don't mind that. But this sort of apathetic down mood that I'm seeing around you recently, I think it's really sapped a lot of your energy. You might still be in this now, but it'll come back. Your energy will definitely come back. There's a lot of movement happening in September for everyone, actually. I'm really feeling this as being a really huge month in terms of people, you know, just getting up and moving, and there's a lot of honesty coming up in that month as well. I think the truth's coming out, actually. I was saying this in someone else's reading, I think. I can't remember which one, but a lot of things are moving, a lot of things are coming out in the open as well. So you're going to get your focus back again, and I think you'll be able to see clearly again, and you'll be able to see clearly that this opportunity that you have in front of you, it's going to lead you to the next one and the next one. And you'll be able to see this really clear road ahead of you when you're over all of this stuff. And you're going to know exactly where you want to go, and you're just going to go straight ahead. And I think this is going to be a time when, you know, you won't have much time for other people. You're just going to be so focused, totally 100% focused. It's almost like, you know, when you're going through all these emotions, you know, it's like the tears that are coming down in the Ace of Cups, they were sort of clouding your vision. You know, when you cry sometimes you can't see properly. And now those emotions have gone away, and the clouds have gone, and the tears have gone, and everything's totally clear again. And so you can see the path ahead of you. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So yeah, I'm really happy to see this here. So this is showing you that that time is going to pass. So if you're still in this, it is going to pass, and you'll see clearly in front of you. So the next card you have you features the Three of Wands. So yeah, you've got two big waiting cards here. You've got this card, and then you've got the Hanged Man. So I'll just look at them together, I think, because I think they really go together. So, okay, so there's another big thing, not just this opportunity leading to another one, but there's another big thing here, another big work, business thing. And I think this is an idea. It's right ahead of you. It's something that's totally separate from all of that. It's just going to come out of nowhere. I think it's a big, lucrative idea, actually. It's golden, it's valuable, it's worth a lot. There's a lot of gold here. There's a big golden sea in front of this man, a big golden sky. And if you look at the Hanged Man, you can't see his head, but, you know, have a look at that. You know, the gold's all around his head. And the gold, or the value, is in his thoughts, it's in his mind. So it's in this idea that's coming to you. So you either already have this idea, you know what this is, you just haven't done anything about this yet, or it's an idea that's going to come to you in the future, and it's really going to blow you away. But you're going to be thinking, I can't do anything about this yet, I just have to sit here and wait and think about this. You know, so it's going to take a while for this to sort of incubate inside your head. But it's coming to you at the right time. You know, I think if this idea had come to you when you're a bit down and emotional, you might have dismissed it, or you might have had no energy to do anything about this or whatever. So, you know, it's coming to you at the right time. So, and this is something that's really different as well. It's almost as if you're seeing things in a completely different way to everyone else, because this Hanged Man, he's obviously upside down, so clearly he's seeing things in a different way to everyone else. I think when this idea comes to you, and it is coming, just sit for a while, just sit there, let it develop, think about this carefully, maybe write notes. If other ideas come to you around that, you know, make notes about all of that. And, you know, I seeing this all through this reading, that you like to work alone, or you like to do things alone, maybe. If that's the case, if that resonates with you, I think you're going to have to change a little bit, because, you know, I think you'll probably need other people around you helping you with this eventually. You won't be able to do this all on your own. It's going to be quite a big thing. But that's something to think about later, you know, not for now. I think for now, just sit with this. If it's already come to you, just think about this, take your time, because this is something really important. It's really big. It's very different, very, very unusual. Might be something like an invention, something that's very, very different. So yeah, you have a lot of big opportunities coming to you. You're not where you are right now, but I think in time you're going to see this very clearly, that you have all these great things and you have a very clear road ahead of you. That's what I'm seeing there. So Sagittarius, I hope this resonated. But as you know, general readings, I should say, can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to, and thank you so much for watching.